Salute to everybody pulling up. Happy Sunday. Let's talk some Raider football. What's going on, everybody? I am your host, Zach Raider, and Natural Nate will not. I don't know if he's going to be joining us. I sent him the link. Hopefully, he can be joining us, so we can get Raiders primos in full force. Shout out to everybody pulling up, guys. I wanted to talk about today with you guys about this defense. Is Ziegler building this defense through the draft? Are we possibly going to trade away the 7th pick? And what tight ends to look at to replace Waller? Shout out to 808 for pulling up. Salute Nation. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. We ain't got no football on Sundays. It's kind of easier to do kind of plan these live streams and plan these shows out. But I wanted to talk to you guys about this draft. And I know a lot of Raider Nation is frustrated. We talked about it on Thursday that a lot of Raider Nation is frustrated. I keep seeing it all over social media that Raider Nation is frustrated that the Raiders have not done anything on the defensive side of the ball. They have not signed any splash free agents. They have not, even been getting talks with anybody on the defensive side. We've re-signed a lot of special team guys like in Roderick Teamer and Curtis Bolton. And then we even signed some depth pieces on the defensive side of the ball. But no, the Raiders have not hit a splash on the defense side of the ball, and a lot of people are frustrated. Well, we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about our frustrations, and we're gonna talk about what is our opinions on why the Raiders are moving slow in the free agency period. And here's my opinion: the Raiders defense is going to be built through the draft. This draft is really deep at the cornerback position, really deep in the linebacker position. Probably not as much as you would like in the defensive tackle position, but we're going to look at that. Let's look at the top defensive prospects in the NFL draft. Of course, Jalen Carter is going to be up there at number 1. His draft stock is likely going to be falling now because his pro day, he did not have a good pro day as he came in overweight and fatigue caught up to him during the drills. He could not complete the drills. He is still a dynamic defensive tackle. He is a complete defensive tackle, as they said. He can stop the run, he can rush the passer, but gaining weight and then not finishing your drills, like that is going to make his draft stock fall. Now, for the good news for the Raiders, his draft stock is likely going to fall to him at number 7. The question is, if you have Jalen Carter there, and if you have Jalen Carter there or you have CJ Stroud, who are you going to go with? Do we go with our quarterback of the future possibly, or do we go with the defensive tackle that is having some issues? It's one of those. It's like yeah, in college he's dynamic. He's a top, projected to be a top pick in the NFL draft. But what he's showing so far in the pro day, and then he didn't show up to the combine because he was having legal issues. There's a lot of stuff with Jalen Carter that's like, man, you want to draft him, but from the outside standpoint, it's like, do you want to bring that drama to the Raiders after what they have been going through for the past years? Southern River, glad I caught the live. Hey, shout out to you for pulling up. That Raiders fan, if we get Carter in round 1 and Sanders in round 2, it'll be tremendous. And I wouldn't be upset with that. And also, it is the man. I'm waiting for him to get his camera on. I got him in the backstage. Once he gets his camera on, he gets situated. Oh, he got it. We got the man, the myth, the legend. Raider Nate over here. Drinking that coffee. How you doing, bro? How you doing, bro?
Sundays are always good. Like, even if there's no football, there's football. How you doing? Good? It's good. It's good.
Bro. Yes. Just talking. So what we're talking about today, Nate, Raider Nation's frustrated. Raider
Why?
Nation is frustrated because Ziegler and McDaniels are not doing anything on the defense side of the ball. We're not signing a lot of players, not signing splash agents. So we're gonna talk about would we as Raider Nation be okay with this defense being built through the draft? I'm gonna bring up some names. Jalen Carter is one of them, as at least as Raider fan. Drew Sanders. I mean, that's your guy. Drew Sanders is your guy out of Arkansas. Um, how would you feel with the Raiders defense being a lot of rookies? And think about it. This draft is really deep in the defensive wise. Maybe not defensive tackle, but like linebackers, corners. You can really hit anywhere at any round in this draft. How would you feel about, possibly the Raiders building a defense through the draft?
I mean, I wouldn't complain as much. I would actually prefer that because since they were going, I mean, now that I'm kind of expecting it, since they said that they were going on a long-term plan, so that's probably what, that's probably why they haven't signed any, big names. But I would prefer this to sign big names just so they can help and coach the ones coming in through the draft. But yeah, I would prefer it. I like it. I like the young people onto the team.
I like it too. Let's break down these defensive tackle prospects. So we have Jalen Carter, Brian Brees, coming out of Clemson. He is 2022 grade is 72.3. He's long, versatile athlete. He is projected to go in the first round. Um, a lot of people want to stay from Brian Brees, though. A lot of he had an ACL tear in 2021. Mostly when it comes, I know ACL tears are not as critical as they were probably like 10 years ago. But still, it's still a long-term injury. And I personally like if you're not what you can do. I personally like if you don't have Jalen Carter in the first round, you go get Psyche Ika out of Baylor. I might have butchered the name, but I love Ika out of Baylor. 2022 grade 74.5, play styles and nimble nose. He is projected to go in the first or the second. Hopefully, he falls to the second. They said he is his NFL Pro comparison is Vita Vea. How would you find?
Hey,
How would you feel about getting Ika? And let's say we could like go corner. We're gonna talk about trading the seventh pick. But how would you feel about going Ika in the second round?
shoot, I would. That's a compliment to be compared with Vita Vea because like that boy is like a freaking rhinoceros up the middle, like for sure. Like if people are talking about him like that, okay, I likes it.
I know, me too, me too. The thing is, what I would like is that we don't have a defensive tackle that's just going to stuff the middle. Like I would
Yeah,
like a defensive tackle that can get after the passer. Ika and Carter can both do that. They can both not only stuff the run, but they could also get after the passer. But like Sono River says, I'm worried about Carter. You need more than talent to be a great player in the NFL, and this is true. You need to have the character issues. I know a lot of people have been up and down with his character issues, but right now it's his effort that I'm seeing. Like, how do you go into the pro day overweight and then you don't even finish your drills because you're
yeah,
overweight? You're fatigued, you're tired, and it's like, bro, that's not a good look.
yeah.
Like,
He is
and
definitely Sun or River. That's a big factor because like now you look at Antonio Brown, he's got one of the best wide receiver talents in like this whole NFL still, but man, his character and stuff, that's why he ain't playing.
bro, that's facts. That's facts. And here's what I didn't like though, because here's why. I mean, I don't want to stay. I don't want to say I want to stay away from Carter,
Hmm.
but I'm with Sun here. I'm worried because it's like, man, like you're supposed to be ready. You're supposed to already be ready from the pro days. You're not supposed to expect the pro days or the training camps or the OTAs to get you in shape. You're supposed to already be in shape. That's what it is. And it's like you came to the pro days or you're coming to practice expecting practice to get you in shape. It's like, no, you should already be ready to go
Yeah,
when practice comes. Not let practice get you ready to go for the season. You should already be ready to go when practice gets here, and that's where I'm worried for. I'm worried that the Raiders draft him and he's going to be, he's not going to be taking practice seriously. He's going to be coming to practice overweight. He's going to, not being able to keep up with the other defensive tackles. It's like, I don't want another let's call it what it is, another Jamarcus Russell that's basically not going to give a fuck. Like, has all the potential, but you just don't give a fuck. And that's why it's like, you're not going to make it in the NFL. That Raiders fan, I like Carter, but then I get bad vibes from him being lazy, a knucklehead, and may not be worth the risk. And that Raiders fan, that's why I brought up Jamarcus Russell. Has the potential, has all the potential, but you're just lazy. Like, you just want, I don't know what. I just know this. Your motivation for football is not showing. That's what I'm getting out of it. And that's what is worrying me about going to go get a Jalen Carter. 808, shout out. Ika is my Polynesian Uso. You could also compare him to oh my gosh, Haludi Nada. That boy was a beast for the Baltimore Ravens. I always wanted him to become a free agent just so the Raiders could sign him.
Bro, anybody on that Ravens defense was killer.
Back in 2012, you're not kidding. Like, that Ravens defense was different. Let's then go to a little bit more into the round. There's another guy from Pittsburgh. He's being projected as maybe an Aaron Donald. I don't think so. Just because he went to the same school as Aaron Donald. Collegiate Cansey, 2022 grade 91.8. He's a Twitchy 3-tech edge tweener. Early initial round projection, he's an early day too, so he could also go in the second round if you want to. You got Cansey and Ika up there. I mean, who are you going for? You got it says here on PFF, it says Cansey will likely end up the prospect I'm higher on than most. What's going to scare off most others is obvious. Currently, only 6 defensive tackles are listed at 6 foot or shorter.
6 foot
in the NFL, and there are 16 defensive tackles listed at 280 pounds or lighter, but precisely 0 NFL defensive tackles who are both. Cansey will be an outlier no matter what position he plays at that size. Watch him move so effortlessly on the football field, though, it's easy to see him breaking the mold, whether on the interior or on or off the edge. Cansey just knows how to get to quarterbacks. You see him stack moves together and counter what offensive linemen are doing so effortlessly on tape. It's why he led all defensive tackles in college football with a 92.4 pass rushing grade. He won't fit into every scheme, but the ones he does will love him. How would you feel getting Cansey? Again, it seems his biggest strength is pass rush. I feel like that is one thing we need to hit on. We need to hit on pass rushers. How would you feel getting Cansey out of Pittsburgh, Nate?
Shoot, he's talking like he Mr. Worldwide. But we do need some run stoppers. We need some wall in the middle that actually does its job and not only rushes the quarterback but creates a wall in the middle. I mean, and anything to help that out, I'm down. So he's pretty cool. I'd like to take a look at him. Yeah.
No, I like the thing is, here's what I want. I want Max Crosby to get help. I think we've been screaming for that. Like, we need to get Max Crosby help. We need to get Max Crosby help. Let's go get him that help. Let's maybe, who knows, maybe getting help in the interior of the defensive line is going to help Chandler Jones out. Who's to say that won't? You had no pressure on the interior defensive line, meaning the opposing offensive line can just double up on Crosby or double up on Chandler. And I think that's one thing in Max Crosby's game that he needs to learn. He needs to learn how to beat double teams. That is one thing. And I hate to bring his name up, Khalil Mack, because I love Khalil Mack, but he's not a Raider anymore. Khalil Mack, that's where he was dangerous. He will still beat double teams. And I think that is one thing in Max Crosby's game that he needs to learn. He needs to learn, you're one of the best. If you want to be the best of the best, you got to beat those double teams. I get it. Not having interior pressure is going to play a long part because that means your defense tackles are not going to get to the quarterback and the offensive line is going to have to figure it out that they could just double you all day. And if you can't beat it, then it is what it is at that
Yeah.
point. It's just going to be a long day for you not getting to the quarterback. I will say this, though, Nate. You know what? Here's what's also scary is that Max Crosby's dominant. He is dominant for the Raiders without any help. Without any help. Imagine if you get Max Crosby help.
Bro.
Like, imagine if Max Crosby could have more one-on-ones.
Top five D.
Dude, he's always finishing. He's always finishing with. I think this past season he finished with 12 and a half sacks. I think 12 and a half sacks. And I could be wrong. The year before, I think he had 10. I believe. I could be
I think
wrong, but he's always been like 8 plus.
Yeah.
He's always been like 8 plus. He's at least going to get you 8 or more sacks a year. If you can open up the interior defensive line where they can get pressure to the quarterback, Chandler Jones is coming. If Chandler Jones can get right coming off the edge, bro, Max Crosby can have a field day next season. Like, that's what I'm hoping for. Shout out to Art White. Guys, if you guys are not subscribed to the channel, if this is your first time joining Raiders Primos, please think about hitting that subscribe button. The road to 300 starts now. I believe we're like 20. I could be wrong. Let me see. I know we're at like 274. So we're like 25, I believe, 25. 25, 26 subs away.
Something like that. We don't math good.
Also hit that like button, hit the bell so you guys can be notified when we go live again or we drop some new content. We did drop a video the other day. I didn't want to play it. I didn't keep it up though because bro, Nate, we were stupid for that. Like, looking back.
Oh,
yeah,
that one.
Bro, the Jimmy Garoppolo short video, bro. We were stupid for that. I was like, bro, this ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna work. It was funny, but I'm like, bro, we stupid for that. We freaking stupid. Art White, we want real football players, not bag grabbers. Period. Art White, thank you for bringing this up because I think we are not. Ziegler's learned from Chandler Jones's contract, and Nate, you could touch on this too. Ziegler learned from Chandler Jones' contract about overpaying players and you're getting low benefit from them. You're paid Chandler Jones close to like 24, I believe it's $24 million. Somewhere around, I don't know the exact number. I know it's somewhere around there. And he's only giving you 4.5 sacks this past season. Okay, you're not paying this man to give you 4.5 sacks. You are not paying this man to be a decoy. You are paying this man to go out there and wreck the game, which Chandler Jones did not. Maybe towards the end of the season, he did. He was starting to show some light. But going into next season, we got to see more out of Chandler Jones. And I think not only just with Chandler Jones, Ziegler went into this offseason like, I'm not going to overspend on guys. Jerron Hargrave, for example, he got paid close to $21 million a year by the Niners. You're not the market value for him
crazy.
The market value for him was like at $17 million. Dalvin Tomlinson, another guy that was at, I believe, $8 million a year at market value. He got paid $16 million by the Browns. The Raiders are not going to overpay on players just because of their name. They're not. They're not going to overpay on, especially with that Chandler Jones contract. I believe Ziegler learned his lesson by signing Jones to a big contract, and he didn't get any benefit. Also, guys, this draft is really deep in the defensive positions.
Oh yeah.
Especially in linebackers. This is what I can't wait for. We're gonna get into the linebackers now.
Oh my gosh.
The linebacker prospects, and hey, I'm gonna let you take it away first by talking about your number one guy. He's likely gonna go into the first round.
Probably. He might, maybe 10th, but
he might.
Might be like 7 through 10 or something like that.
Hey, he's not even ranked number one. At least I don't know when this article
isn't it made. Like
this article was made in February, so last month. He's actually on 5th. Drew Sanders out of Arkansas. Give the nation your thoughts on Drew Sanders, man.
Drew Sanders, bro, if he's on, bro, one of the biggest, if not probably like top 2 needs on this defense is a linebacker, and he is probably a linebacker that most teams in this league really do like because that man is a fucking beast, bro. He plays like there is pancakes in front of him, and he just wants to go and like jump and eat them. Um, but man, he is a must. As far like that's all I can say about him. He's just freaking a beast. He's on every he's on top of it.
Love it, bro. Love it. I know you actually. I know I heard his name a lot. Talking with people, but you actually put me on Drew Sanders more because we done the film work together. We looked at him. We're like, man, this guy can cover. This guy can come up and stop the run. Um, Here's a guy. Also Jack Campbell. What do you think about Jack Campbell? That's another guy that you had your eye on. If you can't go get a Drew Sanders, Jack Campbell out of Iowa.
Oh yeah, they're like the top linebackers in this draft, and they're like right next to each other, aren't they? Like in like the little draft simulation thing. But yeah, Jack
Another
Andrews, man, crazy.
Yeah. Shout out to Sean Johnson. Also, he put me on. No. Let's get to this guy. Out of Dorian Williams out of Tulane. He's another linebacker. I don't know if you done your film study on him, Nate. Dorian Williams out of Tulane. This man has a high motor, a high motor. He can cover. What I like about him is his speed. He is a fast linebacker that's a hard hitter. He can move up field, stopping the run. We need speed. I feel like we always get linebackers that are slow as fuck. Like, how are you a linebacker and you're hella slow? Like,
Bro,
we need speed linebackers, especially in today's NFL, to run with these tight ends that are running like wide receivers and these wide receivers that are
bro,
running like gazelles. Like, we need.
Crosby can run faster than our freaking linebackers right now, bro. He got speed.
Yeah, no, and then we need. I think I will ask you this: do you think? Well, it would have to be probably me. Can Dorian Williams cover Travis Kelce? I think Dorian Williams can. Like I said, the speed is there. He is really good in coverage. He's good in zone coverage. I didn't get a lot of film work on man coverage, but for the most part, what I seen Tulane run, they were running like zone coverages a lot. And if you are running into his zone, you're get ready to get your head knocked off. Like that, it was that bad.
Yeah.
I really like. I would not be upset going to get Dorian Williams out of Tulane. Ivan Pace Jr. from Cincinnati. That's another guy that you had on your draft board. What do you think about Ivan Pace?
Oh, I did have that bunch of freaking notes, huh? I forgot about that.
Go to your notes, bro.
Oh, jeez.
We got Raider Nate over here slipping, bro. He's over here slipping.
Yeah, I'm waffling right now. Where is he? Ivan Pace?
Yeah, junior from Cincinnati. You had him at 3, I believe.
Did I? I don't have him here on my thing.
I swear you had him at number 3. You had 1 Drew Sanders, 2 Jack Campbell, and then 3 Ivan Pace.
I had. Let's see.
Stop playing with me, bro. Like I swear you had him. Like you're the one that
had
put me on him.
Drew Sanders, Jack Campbell, and Owen Popo.
Oh shit! I thought you had Ivan.
Oh, Ivan Pace is right under him. Right under Owen.
Bro, Owen is number 10. That's crazy. You have Owen Popo from Auburn is number 10. They got Noah Sewell, who is going up. Noah Sewell is going.
The Toto guy.
Cam Jones is above him too.
You see the.
But yeah, you had Ivan. Unless you didn't do your search on him, but let's get into the corners now. Corners and safeties. I think this is another position.
Joey Porter.
Yeah, yeah. You really wanted to talk about. Let's go into the cornerbacks. And guys, we're breaking these prospects down because we believe that Ziegler's plan is to build this defense through the draft. Give us your thoughts and opinions on that. How do you guys feel about that? A lot of people say Ziegler doesn't have a plan. I disagree with that. I think Ziegler's plan is to build this defense through the draft. How would you guys feel about that? This defense is very, very deep. from the secondary to the linebackers. Of course, the defensive tackle position is probably not as deep as the other positions, but that's where the 7th overall pick comes in. Maybe even in the second round, like I say, you can get an Ika. You can even get a Mozzie Smith. There's the defensive tackle position isn't deep, but you can still get, maybe a few guys in the second round. How do you guys feel about that? But real quick, let's go into the, shoot in the comics. We'll bring them up. So we'll start off with Devin Weatherspoon out of Illinois. Nate, do you have
Oh
any
yeah,
what's your thoughts on him?
he's number 2. He's freaking he's number 2 on my CB list. After Joey Porter, or yeah, whatever his name is. Yeah, Witherspoon. I've heard a lot about him through what's his name? Scout. He had him on his scouting list. He said that he was pretty good. He was really good.
Okay.
He's like
808.
Sauce Gardner.
Ooh, if we could get a Sauce Gardner, someone that's gonna, play shutdown football and
Yeah.
shut down their top wide receiver, I'm for it. That's the thing we need. We need a corner that can shut down half of the field. Take away that number 1 receiver, or at least take away half of the field. I'm tired of our corners being burnt toast. Like, that's all we've seen these past seasons, season after season after season. It is burnt toast. Like, you know what? I'm at the point like, fuck it, bro. Put me back there. I can't be any worse than these corners.
Yeah, it seems like it's always first down, incomplete, second down, incomplete, third down, incomplete, fourth down, they go for it. That's a touchdown. What
Bro,
the heck?
third or fourth down, third or fourth down, they forget. They forget. They over here forget how to play football.
For real, bro.
Let's see. 808 says interior defense should be the focal point. Just look at how Chandler's production went up when we got Tillery. And 808, you're right. This is what I'm talking about. Chandler production went up when the interior of the defensive line was starting to get pressure, starting to cause disruptions, and the quarterback couldn't really step up. That Raiders fan, we desperately need a dominant defensive tackle and middle linebackers, all pro type. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Son, I think giving Crosby help makes defense look way better. It has to be the most important thing in the draft. And I think, son, that this draft, like I said, I'm going to harp on this. This defense is so deep that I believe Ziegler's like, I trust going in the draft than going to sign big name free agents and overpaying them.
Yeah.
And you're right. This is sad but true. No team would have given that contract to Jones. I was shocked that we actually pay that much money, but I really thought we were gonna, get what we put in, and we did not do that. Shout out to the 14 people here rocking with us. That Raiders fan, Travis Kelce was a steal back in 2013, drafted in the 3rd round. Hopefully we can do that same. And the tight end that I'm looking at is what's his freaking? I think it's Darnell Washington, tight end out of Georgia.
I heard that name.
6'7". Let me bring up
this Rob
man,
Gronkowski.
Let me bring up this man's measurables. Just his measurables alone, bro.
Rob Gronkowski.
6'7", 269 pounds for a tight end. Now, he's not a receiving tight end. He's a good blocking tight end. But I'm thinking, like, if with the right coaching, bro, you could get him to be a good receiving tight end. And Jimmy Opolo loves his tight ends. Pause.
Hey, and we could use that big boy for like just punching in to the end zone. Cause like screw it, why not use the freaking bodybuilder to just punch that ball in? You feel me,
bro? And we need a blocking. I think with our starting tight ends, like Waller was good, but where he lacked was blocking. He could not block to save his life. He was always it felt like he was part of the offensive line getting ragdolled. If you could get Darnell Washington, maybe in the 3rd round, I wish we have multiple 3rd round picks. Well, we do. We have 2 3rd round picks, but I think he might go into the 2nd. That's where I really want. I'm like, man, I really want 2 2nd round picks. And that's why I wouldn't have been mad with the Renfro trade. If you could get a 2nd round pick from a Renfro trade, I would have loved getting, maybe Darnell Williams in the 2nd round.
Yeah.
That Raiders fan, I don't think none of these corners are in the level as Sertan, Horn, or Horn. Who's
I don't know who Horn is.
I know Sertan, but in Garner, I don't think. I mean, I feel like it's too. We don't really know that Raiders fan. Like they could, they can be probably up to the level, but we won't know. Shout out to AJ for coming in. What's up, Primos? By the way, who are we getting at quarterback? My only concern with Jimmy is his availability. And AJ, we talked about that too. Like we're not upset that Jimmy Garoppolo's a Raider. We're not worried about his play because I think a lot of people underestimate Jimmy Garoppolo's play. When I found out a stat, and shout out to Sean Johnson because Sean Johnson confirmed this for me. The 49ers are 13-28 without Jimmy Garoppolo starting.
Jimmy Garoppolo.
As a starter, he was, I believe, 40-17 for the 49ers. I could be wrong. I think it was 30. It could have been like 36 or something, but I believe it was somewhere around there. He had a winning record. Okay, the Niners did better with Jimmy Garoppolo than without Jimmy Garoppolo. I know this past season, a lot of people but they had Brock Purdy. I'll say this. Brock Purdy just did what Jimmy Garoppolo did because all Jimmy Garoppolo has to do is get the ball to the playmakers, and that is what Josh McDaniels' play calling is. But who are we getting at quarterback? I think we're not going to go quarterback at number 7 unless CJ Stroud, for whatever reason, falls to number 7. Then that's the only quarterback you get. Other than that, I think Hendon Hooker may J.C. Horn from the Panthers. Oh, yeah, I know who you're talking about now, that Raiders fan. But unless you get a Hendon Hooker in the second, which is another guy I'm not really too fond of. I would not be upset getting a Tanner McKee. I know a lot of people saying Jake Haener from Fresno State. I'm worried because, we had a Fresno State quarterback and, that kind of worries me, but I wouldn't be upset. I think the number one quarterback I am thinking the Raiders should go after is Tanner McKee. I mean, he has a lot. If we're talking about late round quarterbacks, which I think, AJ, that's where they should go. They should go in the late rounds, of course. I think Tanner McKee is probably your best bet in the late rounds. I know a lot of people know I'm on the Jaren Hall train, but Jaren Hall's draft stock is dropping hard. And I was watching him in the scouting combine. He did not have a lot of good passes. There was a lot of overthrows and he was not accurate at all with the football, which surprised the hell out of me because he was very accurate in college, and for in the scouting combine, he was not accurate with the football whatsoever. So Tanner McKee, I mean, who are you looking at, Nate, as the quarterback? To back up Jimmy Garoppolo, because that is our biggest concern is his availability.
Yeah. For me, if we're not looking at a quarterback, unless the obvious ones are there, it's just for me it's just gotta be Hooker and McKee. Those are the two biggest options in the later rounds. So that's just the best. That's just the best option there.
Yeah. Shout out to Sean Johnson. Here's the linebackers that he's brought up, and the nose tackles. Linebacker Dorian Williams, bro. Sean Johnson put me on Dorian Williams because I'm telling you, I would not be upset. That would be a sneaky pickup.
I have him on my list too.
If he's in the second round or in the third round, bro, Dorian Williams. Do not forget that name, guys. Dorian Williams, out of Tulane. Sean Johnson, that's probably my favorite linebacker. If we don't get a Jack Campbell, Drew Sanders, Dorian Williams, that is like as our brother Wasted always says, like your life depended on it. You go drive Dorian Williams.
Yeah.
We got Ivan Pace Jr. We talked about him. Jack Campbell, Drew Sanders, Owen. I'm gonna butcher this name, bro. Papoe.
Worth a shot.
Yeah. Devon Overshown. I know Graf likes Overshown. I have not seen a lot of film on Overshown. I know if in the later rounds, hey, you could go get an Overshown. Mozzie Smith is me. Wasted put me on Mozzie Smith. If you cannot get Ika, and of course the Carter's already gone at 7. would not be upset getting Mozzie Smith or Tuli Tulipato.
Yeah, that was
Bro, I gave it a shot
this
at the
man
first.
went.
I
This man just
tried,
finished
bro.
it
I
off as
tried,
Tua
bro.
Tagovailoa. They were like, you know what?
I
Screw
tried
it.
it, bro.
They were like, screw it.
Bro, I tried it like without trying to like sound it out. I was like, I'm gonna go take the first shot. No, I gave up, bro. I was really about
He
to say
gave up
Tula
and just
Tagovailoa, bro.
yeah, bro. You said screw it. I'm gonna just say what
I
the
was
name
like
that I do
Tula.
know. This man just
Bro, I
started
gave
rap.
up. I gave up on it. I gave up on it.
I'm dead, bro.
Shout out to that Raiders fan. Y'all remember that tight end we drafted from Miami? I thought he was gonna be great, bro. Clive Walford. If anybody's not doesn't remember, you're talking about Clive Walford, right? That Raiders fan back in the 20, I believe it was 2015. I think we drafted him. I think we drafted him in a 2015 draft in the third, fourth round, or it might have been 2016. Bro, him and Carr had an amazing connection. I believe he had like 3-4 touchdowns when he became the starter. I really thought Clive Walford was going to be something, but then they go out inside Jared Cook, and that kind of shit the bed for Clive Walford. I don't even know what the fuck he's doing now. I know he's not a start. Let me see. You know what? I'm going to see what he's doing right now. Clive Walford. He is. I don't know what he is.
I'm dead.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He was drafted by the Raiders in the third round of the 2015 NFL draft. Bro, homeboy's 31 years old, standing at 6'4". His last team he joined was the Miami Dolphins, and I don't know if he's still on the Dolphins. He might still be on the Dolphins, or he's a free agent. I don't know. Let's go pick him up. I'm just kidding. Let's
Yo,
go give him a shot.
I am doing a mock draft, and I don't think you would be able to believe how freaking good of a GM I am right now.
Bro, they should sign you. Bro, share this. Are you able to share the screen?
Yeah, I think I'm on my last pick. Oh wait, no, I'm in round 5. Here, I'll show you the results after I'm done. It's crazy.
No problem. Sean Johnson, Darnell Washington, and Sam Laporta is nice. I know I got to look at Sam Laporta. I know you're talking to me,
Darnell
Sean Johnson, about Laporta, but Darnell Washington. I mean, that's my favorite tight end coming into the draft.
That's the homie.
I'm starting to think let's trade back if we're going to pass on Jalen Carter. This is the draft to get as many picks in early rounds as possible. Sean Johnson, this is why I am more believing that is what this plan is. We're going to, as the question says, are we going to trade the 7th pick? I believe we are, and I would not be upset with it. I think Ziegler understands how big this draft is, and he's going to trade back maybe between the 10th, 14th pick to get more picks, and then maybe go get a cornerback in the middle of the draft. What do you think about that, Nate? What do you think about trading the 7th overall pick to get more draft capital? If you're still here.
No, I'm still here. What'd you say?
How do you feel about trading away the 7th pick to move back in the first round, and you get more draft capital in the second round, and maybe even in the third?
Sure. Cause man, knowing on like what we could get in like the second and third round and stuff like that, I'm down. Yeah, I'm down for that. I like it. Cause like
That's where I'm at. I'm at like, you know what? I like Jalen Carter because that's the only person I feel like I'm using the 7th overall pick on is Jalen Carter. If Jalen Carter falls, you're picking him at 7. If CJ Stroud somehow falls, which I don't see happening, if he somehow falls to the 7th overall pick, you pick him. But if none of those guys are on there, which is really looking likely, maybe Jalen Carter does fall. Like I said, with the character issues, with him showing up to his pro day overweight. If you're thinking about passing on him, and I think is like Sean Johnson said here, if you're thinking about passing on him, you should just trade back. Just trade back and get more draft capital. And then if you're still getting Carter, hey, go out and get Carter. If he continues falling to you, if you think Carter's going to fall, back even more, you could get Carter and get more draft capital, and that's a big win for the Raiders.
Facts.
Let me see. Who would you compare Tanner McKee to? I'm sure he'll be available in the later rounds. Yeah, he will. He will be available in the later rounds. Um,
Oh, yeah.
I like.
I'd hope to compare him to Mahomes if we get him. No.
He is not a Mahomes. I'll tell you that right now.
Imagine.
He is definitely not a Mahomes.
After we get
Um,
him, then we could compare,
yeah, we can do that. I will say this. So here's his. Let's go over his strengths and weaknesses. His strength is he has excellent size. His release looks tighter and quicker in 2022. Ball comes out easily and with the tight spiral. Has access to drive velocity when he throws in rhythm. Adequate anticipation into intermediate windows. No trouble making longer field side throws. Weaknesses: his touchdown to interception ratio of 3.3 over his final 7 games. Clunky feet in play action and on rollouts. He struggles with consistent ball placement on all 3 levels. Process becomes too rushed with pressure mounting. Aims his short throws at times. Missing athleticism to work successfully off scheduled. Poor mobility can put him in distress. I know a lot of people isn't going to like this, but I feel like I don't know why, and this is just me, but I don't know why he reminds me of like a Kirk Cousins. If we're going based off starters, like starting quarterbacks, he reminds me of a Kirk Cousins. Like he doesn't have the mobility and he has the arm, but he's inconsistent with it. Like Kirk Cousins will make the throw when he needs to make the throw, but there's games where he just won't make the throw. He's inaccurate with the football. That's my that's my NFL comparison to Tanner McKee is a Kirk Cousins. Hey, but shoot, Kirk Cousins still winning with the Vikings, even though somehow they lost to the freaking Giants. That was crazy.
Yeah, that was.
Shout out to Sean Johnson. My defensive tackles top 6 board. Ika, Mozzie Smith, Jalen Carter, Jacqueline Roy, Kalaji Kansi. I'm not saying that name again. I'm not gonna
Tiger
do it.
Beloa.
Let's see. And then he gave his cornerbacks. His top 6 cornerbacks: Christian Gonzalez, Devin Weathers. Bro, we forgot about Christian Gonzalez from Oregon.
Oh yeah,
He's a tall bro. He is a tall corner.
I have him actually at number 4.
Let me see. Yep, he's right here. Christian Gonzalez. He is 6'2", 201 pounds. Like that is a tall corner. His PFF grade was 81.2, and he's an all-around outside cornerback. Gonzalez is the kind of athlete who can have excelled no matter what sport he chose. He's so smooth and graceful for a 6'2", 201-pound corner that you almost forget just how big he is at times. His effortless ability to mirror wide receivers led to 4 interceptions and 6 pass breakups for the Oregon Ducks this past fall. I love his coverage versatility. He's a tremendous tackler who could excel in a zone scheme where he's asked to come up and make plays in the flat. He missed only 3 of 61 tackle attempts this past fall. He also has the size to be a press man corner when asked. That's the kind of skill set that's going to go very high come April. I'm really more high on Christian Gonzalez than I am Devin Weatherspoon, if I'm honest, Nate. I really like Christian Gonzalez more. Joey Porter, I mean, give us some thoughts on Joey Porter, Nate. I mean, that's your guy. My guy is Christian Gonzalez. What do you think about Joey Porter?
Yeah, Joey Porter most likely might be the first one gone in the draft in the cornerback position. He's my number 1. You want to
Go ahead.
All right. I got Joey Porter, Cam Smith, Witherspoon, Christian Gonzalez, Emmanuel Forbes, Jalen Jones, and I have like a little late round boy, Garrett Williams.
Garrett Williams, I wouldn't. That's another corner I wouldn't be upset getting him in the late round. What do you think about these safeties? These safeties, Nate. Antonio Johnson,
Oh, the
Jordan
safety.
Battle, J.L. Skinner, Sidney Brown, that is our guy, Sidney Brown. We want Sidney Brown. Brandon Joseph or Rashad Torrance II. We like these safeties, but we're locked in on Sidney Brown. Just based
Yeah.
off how we think the draft is gonna go, and we don't think we're gonna be able to really get any of these.
Sidney Brown is like where
Sidney Brown
our
is
pick
our guy.
basically.
Let's go to tight ends. My top 6 tight ends: Michael Mayer, Luke Musgrave, Dalton Kincaid, I don't know how to say that last name. Darnell Washington and Sam Laporta and Zach Kuntz is probably a guy that if you are waiting to the late rounds to go tight end, Zach Kuntz is going to be there. And that's another tight end that I have high hopes for. I would not be upset with that pickup. Graf is the one that put me on Kuntz, and then Sean Johnson kind of doubled on that. Son says, I like Hooker. I think if he learns under Jimmy G, he can become a good quarterback. It's just his ACL injury that is scaring me, son. A lot of the times when quarterbacks get injured, they do not come out and play the same way. Very rare that quarterbacks play the same as they played prior to that injury, but it seems now like there's more quarterbacks that when they get injured, they do not play the same way as when prior to them getting injured.
We have experience.
AJ says, "What about Zach?" And we were just talking about it. Zach Kuntz at tight end. Then again, his blocking is a concern, but he's got hands and route running. AJ, you are totally right, and that's what's funny. I like Zach Kuntz and I like Darnell Washington, and they're both different. Darnell Washington's a good blocker, but Zach Kuntz is a good receiver. I'm like, man, why can't we just get one tight end that's good at all 3 levels? Blocking, route running, and catching ability. Nate, I was like, Nate, you still working on that? You still working on the draft?
No, I just finished.
Oh, show it, bro. Put that shit up. Why?
Huh?
I was like, why? Share it, bro.
I said I know.
I thought you said no. I was gonna be like, bro, why?
No, here.
Don't you bail out on me now.
I'm trying to look for it. There it is. They have to show it.
All right, so you got Jalen Carter, Drew Sanders.
Yo, Drew Sanders dropped.
Come draft. I believe come draft week, Drew Sanders is going in the first. I think that's just me personally.
Oh, well, yeah, that happened.
You got Jalen Jones. All right. So you got defensive tackle, linebacker, and a corner. And then you got Brandon Joseph. You got Dorian Williams down at 1. Wow.
And then I got your boy, bro. All the way down there.
Dude, I'm not, bro. Jaren Hall, bro. I'm not cool with that. Like I said, it's a risk. I think he will go later. I feel like you could get somebody else.
Oh no, he was gone.
Wait, everybody else was like Tanner McKee?
Yeah, he was gone.
What the wow?
He was the last guy there.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I guess.
Wait, what? What happened?
Wait, hold on. Let me check that out.
Yeah, hold on.
Like really?
Hey, is he serial?
Let me see. I don't know. I don't see it.
Is he still a free agent?
No, there's no report coming. Hold on. Let me check Twitter. Hold on. No. No one has said anything about Dalton Schultz. Bro, don't be teasing us like that.
But yeah.
Unless Bad Monkey's like putting it out there before like anybody else is, but so far there's no news that happened.
And then
so you got Jaren Hall, you got Jalen. Who the Redmond?
Nah, all these
Uh,
guys were just like guys that I just
Shaka Hayward. I like Elijah Higgins. I like the Elijah Higgins pickup.
And
Jer-
then I don't know how
Javon
to say that.
Owens. Dude, that's a name I'm a butcher every single time.
But yeah, that's the draft.
That's a
I'm
pretty
interested.
good draft. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that draft.
It's a W.
I just don't like that. Damn, Jaron Hall, bro. I mean,
Jaron, bro,
I'm
McKee
high
and
on
Hooker were
Jaron.
gone.
I'm high on Jaron, but it's his accuracy, man. His
They were
accuracy.
they
It
were
just
gone.
it brought me back down to earth when I watched it. When I watched this combine.
I didn't know who else to pick up.
Sean Johnson, I think you trade at 16 with Washington or trade back to 19 with Tampa Bay. Well, if McDaniels can coach him, this would be his project while Jimmy G does what he needs to do. And you know what? At that point, I know I say the injury is probably going to push me away with Hendon Hooker, but let's be honest. I mean, it's not like Hendon Hooker is going to come in and be a day one starter. He's going to sit back behind Jimmy G. And that is probably your best case scenario. Have Jimmy G teach Hendon Hooker the ropes. And also, Sean Johnson, to your earlier comment, I would not be upset with that. I think you can get Christian Gonzalez. I think if you want to play it safe, you trade 16 with Washington and you use that pick to get Christian Gonzalez. That's what I would do.
Yeah. I like the little middle second rounders. There's a bunch, bro.
Like, checking like if this is real.
Like there's so many bro, I'm not gonna lie. This might be like the most loaded second round like area or like late round first, second round like draft area. Holy
No, and that's what I'm
goodness.
thinking. Like that, and that's why I say it's the secondary is so deep, and the linebackers and it's so deep, like in the later rounds, not just in the first round, but the later rounds. That's why I'm like, I would not be upset with, I'm not upset with Ziegler playing it slow, playing his cards slow. He's gonna go build his defense through the draft, and I'm not upset about that.
You know, the last time I actually watched the whole draft, this is gonna be the first year.
Oh, bro, me too, right?
Like, bro, I haven't watched a single full draft in my life.
Bro, me too. Me too. Like this is gonna be the first time that I'm actually gonna be like invested in watching like the entire draft from round 1 to round 7. Usually I'm just like the way I know who we draft is I just wait till it's over and then I go to the Raiders.com and I just look at who we draft. But
Yeah.
the anticipation,
Yeah, bro, it's gonna be good.
we got one more month until the NFL draft. We're still. I don't think there's any more scouting
One
that
more
we're.
month until we have Raiders news. Wow.
Well, hopefully we get some more Raiders news in regards to free agents, maybe. But I feel like we're done. Like maybe we may sign some more guys, like re-sign some more guys. We may sign some more death pieces, but I think for the most part we are done.
I
We're
feel like
done,
we should bring Rock back.
bro. We need to, but I think it's the asking price. I think his asking price is a little too high for them because, like I said, they're
Wow.
not. Like I said, they're not going to.
He did well, man.
They're not going to overpay players. They're not. Sean Johnson says Kevin Byard, safety. If Tennessee releases him, I will love him. I wanted him when he I think he got who did he get released by before he signed with Tennessee? Because I wanted him before he went to Tennessee. I wanted him to come with the Raiders before he went to Tennessee. Because I really love his game. I love how we need a ball hawk at safety, man. That's why I like Deron Harmon. I hope we get Harmon back. I like Marcus Epps, but we need a ball hawk back there. Like we need a ball hawk.
Yeah.
Salute to Alice Ghost, our guy. Hey, Alice Ghost, man. It's been a minute. How you feel about the Jimmy G signing? Like, honest thoughts, bro. Honest thoughts. And I don't know, Nate. Did you see his press conference? We'll talk about that. We'll wrap it up with that. Did you see his press conference?
The only thing I saw Jimmy say was, well, glad to be here. It's official. You know what I'm saying? That little clip.
That wasn't a press conference, though. Like that
I
was
know.
him signing the contract.
Well, that was a
What I mean, when he
Not a
signed
press
that
conference.
contract, I'll be honest. I'll be honest. You know what I liked about it? I
Mm.
liked that he said, "Let's go get these W's." You know,
Yeah,
let's get to work. Let's go get these W's. I'm like, oh, he has a winning mindset. Like that's what I like. Even in his press conference, they ask him, "What is the Patriot way?" He's like, "Well, I mean, I haven't been there. It's been a while since I've been
for
you know
real.
the Patriots. But what I can remember is it's coming in here doing the work. Putting the work, putting the effort, and it's putting the team before you." And he's like, a lot. At the end of the day, Josh McDaniels wants to win. That's all I knew about him. He wants to win, and he cares so much about winning. And that's not easy to say about guys in the NFL. There's some guys don't want to win, don't care about winning, and that's funny because like last season we questioned, did McDaniels care about winning? Does McDaniels care about getting the Raiders to win? And I think the moves that him and Ziegler have done this season prove that they want to win. They're getting
Well,
the guys that don't want to be here. They're getting rid of the guys that don't want to be here. Is it going to cause a division between the nation? Yes, it is. But we have to, I hate to say it, trust the process and see where this regime is taking the Raiders. I think they do have a plan. Does it mean that we can see it? No, we can't see it. But just because we can't see it doesn't mean that they're not working. I believe they have a plan.
that is a terrible cornerback room. Holy,
I hope Jimmy G succeeds, but I'm concerned about his injury history. Osgosh or not, we agree with you, bro. I think we believe Jimmy G's play is a little bit better than Derek Carr's, but the only problem is, can he stay healthy? Like that is the concern. Like, man, please stay healthy. Like, especially if the Raiders are killing it with Jimmy G, then you really need to stay healthy, bro.
yeah,
Our
gotta
safety
say,
room as of right now. Free safety 1, Trayvon Merrick. Free safety 2, Isaiah Palomalu. Strong safety, Marcus Epps. Strong safety 2, Roderick Teamer. I do not like that. The depth. The
bro.
depth I don't like.
What's worse is the corners. Look at that. Oh
Our
my goodness.
cornerback room as of right now. Left cornerback 1, Brandon Faison. Left cornerback 2, Sam Webb. Left cornerback 3, Isaiah Ike Brown. Nickelback, Nate Hobbs. Nickelback, Amik Robertson. Right cornerback, Tyler Hall. Oh my gosh, bro.
Bro,
Oh, that court. And this is why I said, man, there are so many holes in it that the Raiders need on the defensive side of the ball. And this proves it. They're not going to go out and sign big name free agents. They are going to go build this team through the draft. And I think, because I think even Grass said it, that he wants the Raiders to double dip at corner. Me and you, when we did
I'm,
our mock, this was before he even said that we wanted to go double at corner.
we're
Because
doubling on everything.
Yeah, because bro, second our cornerback room is sorry. I do not like
Wow.
that cornerback room, man. All those guys, maybe Tyler Hall, maybe Sam Webb, like most of these guys, except Nate Hobbs, is backups.
Yeah.
Like Nate Hobbs is probably the only starter.
Tyler Holder, go. Let's go.
Tyler Hall of Fame Hall.
Yeah.
Um,
Ooh, Tyler Hall of Fame. Oh.
Al's goes. We need a right tackle and at least one guard to protect Jimmy. Al's goes. That is probably the one. That is the one thing that I would say I'm surprised Ziegler has not addressed is our offensive line. He has not addressed our offensive line, and I think this is another position unit that is going to get attacked in the draft. We're gonna go get a right tackle in the draft, DeJuan Jones, which I really hope we get him. DeJuan Jones, that's a mammoth of a man. You got him at 6'8", 300, over 350 pounds. Bro, that him at right tackle, that would be dangerous. Um, we do need a guard though. Alex goes, you're right. That if we get beat on the interior, bro, Chris Jones, Chris Jones will have a fucking field day if we do not address our interior offensive line, at least in the right guard position. I think we need a left guard. I think Parham plays right guard, but still, bro, Chris
He will never
Jones will
be
be
full,
on
bro.
Jimmy G's ass all day, every day if we do not address that.
He will eat like it's some buffet, bro. Golden Corral.
Sean Johnson, our linebacker room. Weak side linebacker Devon Diablo. Weak side linebacker 2 Luke Masterson. Inside linebacker Robert Spillane. Inside linebacker 2 question mark. Outside linebacker Darian Butler. Outside linebacker 2 Curtis Bolton. Bro, shout out to Sean Johnson, bro. He's literally putting it, out there. Like, bro, our defense is look at how much holes we have. Bro, we don't even have anyone at linebacker 2 for peace sake.
Bro, we can't even play a freaking football game. Can't even start.
Like, man, we need to go build this defense through the draft. Shout out to R. Gonzalez. Primos, did Foster sign with the Saints? I did not hear anything for the Foster news. Let me hold on. Twitter is starting to blow up. Let me see. No news. I know he has a meeting. He does have a meeting. Though. Let me see. I know he's meeting with the team. Let me see.
Oh, he is.
Yeah, he's meeting with the Saints, but he hasn't signed with them. I know, and Moreau also did meet with the Bengals too. He met with the Bengals, and he is meeting with the Saints, I believe, today. I think he either met them with today or he met them yesterday, but he did meet with the Saints. But so far as I know, nothing came out of that meeting. That's all I got. I don't think he didn't sign. There's no news on that front. Sun says, if we want to double dip, we should move back and get more picks. If they hit on most of them, it will be worth it. I mean, what do you think about that, Nate? It's a risk. It's a risk. Do you trust Ziegler? Let's say this, guys. Do you guys trust Ziegler drafting?
To be honest, if we move back and get more picks, then it's like a less of a shot to risk because you're giving yourself more options. You feel me?
Yeah.
You feel me?
What do you think about this one, Nate? You think JJ plays under the tag?
He better.
By the way, they got till June 15th to come. June 15th to figure out a long-term contract. If they cannot, then JJ he has to sign the tag. And that's if he does play under the tag. That's if he does it. But they got till June 15th.
Yeah, hopefully, because RB, I don't want to spend a freaking 10 seasons trying to find another RB, bro.
We got Sincere McCormick. We got Zamir White, Britton Brown. We got running backs. But the thing is, JJ's different. Like, JJ is better than all those running backs combined.
Yeah.
Shout out to Sean. For real, Osgos, you're not wrong. Sean Johnson is the Adam Schefter of Raider Nation. He really is, man. He really is. He keeps Raiders Primos up to date on everything Raiders news, and he even breaks this down for us, to help us get a bigger idea of the needs we need for this team. And I really appreciate Sean Johnson for doing this because it helps us. It helps the show better, but it helps us as a nation with not just me and Nate, but it helps you guys also get a better understanding and better idea of what Ziegler may be doing, what the Raiders is looking like. And as you guys can see, our defense has so many holes.
The absolute butt juice.
In the depth, in the starters, there's so many holes. And I just think free agency, Ziegler knew that free agency, it was not like going to fix this defense. The draft is what's going to fix this defense. Or at least, give it a leap forward. Yeah. Sean Johnson, defensive line. Left defensive end, Max Crosby. Adam Butler. Nose tackle, Jerry Tillery, Neil Farrell Jr. Defensive tackle, Bilal Nichols, Kyle Pecco, Matthew Butler. Right defensive end, Chandler Jones, and Malcolm Kuntz. We need interior defensive line.
Malcolm Kuntz, man.
Just one. Fuck, bro. I'd say one. Like, we just need one. One defensive tackle, and I'm cool with that.
One can make a big difference.
Jerry Tillery, all he has to do is clean up his penalties, and I think he can, you have a star defensive tackle next to him. That will definitely help Tillery out. It'll help Crosby out. All we need is one. One will make a difference. Here's the offensive line. Our left tackles are Colton Miller, Jackson Barton, Jerron Harold. Left guard Dylan Parham, Jordan Meredith. Centers are Andre James. We don't have a center too, so it's just Andre James. Right guard is Alex Bars, Natane Moody, Jermaine Illuminor, Brandon Parker, and Thayer Mumford. I like Moody. I've been hearing a lot of. I checked out Moody's tape because I've been hearing a lot of hype on him from Raider Nation, and I like Moody. I would not mind Moody being our starting right guard. Anybody other than Alex Bars, I'll say that. Anybody than Alex Bars, and if Jermaine Illuminor can fix the penalties, Jermaine Illuminor can be a really good right tackle. He just needs to fix up the penalties. I don't know how many times where it's like, oh, here's a penalty flag on the play, and I'm like, it's holding. Number 72, offense, 10-yard penalty, repeat first down. Like, it was always on Illuminor, whether it was holding, whether it was, hands to the face, a block in the back, whatever whatever the penalty was on the offense, it was 72. But I trust that he's gonna fix it. Shout out to 808. I could see us doubling up on tight end in this draft. Washington and Kuntz with our 2 third-rounders. We know McDaniels loves the 2 tight end sets. And 808, it's interesting you said that because we only have Horsted as our tight end. What do you think about this, Nate? Going to double dipping at tight ends. Pause if necessary.
Basically, what he just said, like he knows the game plan. He likes to use, the big boy setup on offense. Probably more McDaniel of him to do that, I guess.
But Sean Johnson, our running back room: Jakob Johnson, Josh Jacobs, Zamir White, Sincere McCormick, Amir Abdullah, Britton Brown, Brandon Bolden. He said cut not cut Jakob Johnson. Wait, is it
cut Brandon Bolden?
Yeah, that's where I'm at. I say cut Brandon Bolden.
Please.
I really don't see the need for Brandon Bolden there. We got young guys, we got fast guys, and Brandon Bolden is the one guy that's like 65 years old and that should not be in there.
Yeah. Like, what is a tight end room? Like, huh? What are tight ends?
Bro, Sean Johnson got me freaking dying with this because it's so true. Like, I didn't think that's why I said with 808's comments, I would not be upset by that because we don't have 2 starting tight ends.
Bro, we don't even have what?
Let's talk about wide receivers real quick. How you feel about this wide receiver room, Nate? You got Devontae Adams, Jacoby Myers, Hunter Renfrow, Phillip Dorsett, DJ Turner.
I'll mess with it. It might be some movement, but yeah, I mess with it for now.
Would you go get a wide receiver in the draft?
Yes. Especially if Renfro is like inching his way out. Yes.
Oh, hey, y'all want to talk about that? Do we think Hunter Renfro's not going to be traded? He's got his guaranteed money coming to him. But I believe this is his last year in his contract. Let me see on Spot Track. I think they only signed him to a 2-year deal.
Atoya.
Let me. Oh shit, bro! I put Hunter Renfrow Spot Track, and it brought me up Hunter Renfrow, the baseball player.
Is he?
Let me see. Oh no, he's locked up. He's locked up in 2024. He's locked up in 2024. And then he's a free agent in 2025. Dude, he's already 28 years old. That's crazy.
28?
Yeah, bro. He is 20. Actually, he's 27. He's 27 years old.
Not gonna lie.
But he turns 28 this year.
To be honest, when he's ready, we're ready. Yeah, he could go.
He's injured, and he's starting to get injured a lot too. Like he is not being available.
Yeah.
Like he took a lot. He took a lot of hits last season, dealing with concussions. I did not like that. Sean Johnson, if we trade Renfro before post June 1st, we save $11 million, and only $1 million in dead cap. Oh, so he still could be traded. He still could be traded.
Please.
Wow.
He looks 38.
Won't be.
God.
Hey, bro.
Jeez.
He does, bro. If you go, he does look like he's 38. I'm like, man, these hits are taking a toll on him.
That's tough.
When he came into the league, he looked like his age at 24 years old. Now I'm like, this boy aged like 10 years.
That's crazy.
Our quarterback room, Jimmy Apollo and Chase Garbers. Tanner McKee is going to fill that quarterback 2 spot. I'm not a big fan of Tanner McKee. I just think that they're going to go quarterback late in the draft. That's where I'm at.
That is the greatest quarterback room in the NFL.
Bro, facts. We got the best starting quarterback in the NFL.
We got 3 MVPs.
3, bro. 3
2.
MVP. No, 3. We're gonna have 3 MVPs. We have 2 as of now. But anyways, guys, I think we had a great discussion with you guys. Shout out to Sean Johnson, R. Gonzalez, AJ, Alice Goes. Let me see. Shout out to Sun or River. Shout out to 808 Raider. Shout out to that Raiders fan. Shout out to who am I missing? I think I got everybody. Shout out to everyone that pulled up, that left the comments in. Guys, if this is your first time joining the live, please hit that subscribe button. And yes, before we get out of here, actually, yes, Blaine Gabbert did come for a visit. There is no word if he's going to get a contract or if he's signing with the Raiders, but he is coming in for a visit. Something to watch out for. And we're definitely gonna Raiders Primo's gonna pop in the chat for that. Shout out to the man Graf for congratulations to him for 18,000. He has been really helping Raiders Primos over here grow. Raiders Primos would not be nothing without the nation, without Graf, without Wasted, without Hammer, without Andy, without Samoan. A lot of people who have shown support to Raiders Primos. We appreciate every single one of you guys. We thank you guys. And also, like I said, if you have not hit that subscribe button, please think about hitting that subscribe button and join the Booty Club party. It does not cost you anything. Hit the like on the way out. Hit that bell. And we're going to see you guys in the next one. Road to 300. We're hoping to get to 500 subscribers before the season starts. I know we can get there, and it's all because of y'all. We love y'all, nation. Y'all have a good rest of your Sunday. God bless.
Peace.